I am excited to see Uncle Howdy. I'm curious to see how he's going to wrestle because it seems like, yeah, it's Uncle Howdy. It's not Bo Dallas. So is he going to wrestle with the mask? Is he going to take it off? Is it going to be with the hair and the hat? Like, what are we doing? I'm very intrigued. What's his gear? Does he wear the jacket? You know, like, I don't know. I think this is going to be fascinating.
It's gonna
But
be a must watch.
it's going to be so incredible too because the second you just hear the one note of the piano, the
you
crowd went bananas. So
they go ballistic.
and that's the thing, like I think when people are talking about the Wyatt Six, like I get that there's going to be people who aren't into it, and I'm not saying that's unfair, but I do think that people are not connecting why people are so invested in it, you know, and it's because of Bray Wyatt and the passing, and like people understand what the Wyatt Six means and like how powerful it must be for the people involved in the group, you know. So I feel like that's why it's so easy for people to support the group, and that's why I've said on multiple occasions that the success of the Wyatt Six is very much dependent on the reaction from the fans. Everybody's character is dependent on that, but I think in this particular instance, it's even more so on the fans because this is a style like of character and gimmick, whatever you want to call it, that could fall flat quickly. You know, this is something that could thrive in NXT, but bomb on the main roster. We haven't seen this in NXT. They teased it for months and months before they actually had them debut and wrestle and stuff like that, you know? So I think that it's going to be interesting to see how they react to him in a match. We saw how they reacted to the tag match a couple weeks ago, and that was fire. And I can't imagine that they're not going to be even more excited to see Bo Dallas in the ring. You know, like that is going to be
What's his style gonna be like?
it's like emotional too, you know, like I think that that's why it's like it means so much more, and I think that's why people can get behind it. So as much as I don't particularly love an Uncle Howdy debut on Raw, I can accept it because I think, you know, it is what it is. It's exciting to see what it's going to be.
Raw's also being presented on a way bigger stage than years ago when someone would debut on Raw. Like when they debut on Raw now, it actually feels like a big deal. So I'm not too worried about that. Thanks to social media. That's see, Sarah, this shit fascinates me the most. Like Howdy debuts after a year after his death. The Wyatt Six debut in the same arena as the Wyatt family.
Oh God, it's so like see, this is the thing is like that is why I'm going to be supportive of the Y6 forever. It doesn't matter. It could absolutely go to shit and I could think that it is horrible and what they're doing is bad, but I'm still going to support them because it's like I am so I still cannot imagine how difficult this is for Eric and Bo specifically. So I could never boo them, you know. It's exactly like what Richard said. Like you're not going to boo them because essentially you're booing Bray, and that is not something I would ever do unless he was a heel and you were supposed to boo him. You know what I mean? Like that is probably the only time I would boo him.